welcome to your weekly tarot forecast for the week beginning the 11th of September. Let's dive straight into what we can see about the next week. So for the overall energy or theme, with the 10 of water and the 6 of water coming out, the 10 of water was what came out and the 6 of water was under the deck. So I kind of felt guided to bring them out together. And the main theme I'm picking up on here is family. So it feels like family is going to be quite significant this week. I'll show you what's on the cards themselves. It says, a contented and rewarding family life. Your emotional and material needs are met. Trustworthy relationships. And the 6 of water says, memories from your history or childhood, issues regarding children, and romanticizing the past. So what I do pick up on is family being very significant. So like whatever that looks like for you, if you don't have children of your own, then like your family, if you do have children of your own, you know, your children, there'll be like a lot of like love, and it feels like there's a lot of connection this week in the family. Some of the other sort of meanings that sort of are coming through a little bit are messages of sort of like inheritance, looking after family members. So I don't know if there may be someone who's like ill in the family. You may be looking after them or looking after some of your children this week. But it feels like you're going to be spending a lot of time with your family, or a lot of sort of your energy will be going towards family this week. It's a lot to do with family. For some of you, you could be resolving like a long-standing issue with a family member. So if there's been like, you know, a conversation that's been needing to be had with a family member, or you know, talking about your childhood or something that happened in childhood with a family member or something along those lines, there could be like a positive resolution or some healing to come out of that. But yeah, I'm really noticing the little boy is the same little boy in each of these cards. And he's positioned very much the same, like his head's out of water and the rest of his body's there. And it's like almost like maybe if any of you have a son, it could be that your son's very significant. I don't know if they could be going through like some emotional issues, or if they're struggling to keep their head above water in a metaphorical sense. Like maybe they're a little bit overwhelmed, and maybe some extra time and extra connection with them this week could really make a big difference in their life. So specifically for those of you that have a son. Yeah, so that's the main energy, main theme of the week on a collective sense. So we're going to move into the next phase, I suppose, of our reading, which is the area of wherever you're at on your career path. So if that's studying, then, you know, your study forecast. If it's a job, then it's your job forecast or what have you. Then we have a finances forecast and a prosperity guidance message. So we'll start up here with the career path. So wherever you're at right now. So this card in the reverse position is kind of about losing focus. So this week you may be sort of struggling to focus and be present with whatever you're doing with your life. And there could be a specific issue that arises. And the advice here is to bring your logical mind back into play. So get really grounded and start to attack things from a more logical perspective. Maybe you've been, some of you may have been really sort of investing in your spiritual well-being, and maybe now this is where you need to bring your logical, practical self back into balance so that you can tackle this issue. But whatever the issue is, it's simply about just being really logical and practical about it. So it was 4:44 on my clock, right as I on my timer, my camera timer, right as I said that. So yeah, get grounded and approach it from a very logical sense, and you will find the solution. yeah, so whatever you're facing this week, just come back to a logical place and tackle it with your logical mind. It's not to say to completely forget about your spiritual self, because obviously meditation can help clear the mind and make way for guidance as well, but just balancing the two, because it seems like the answer is quite a logical one. Okay, so now for your finances forecast, we have the Seven of Earth. On the card here, it says investment, assessment, and patience. So this is telling me that like there's nothing out of the ordinary happening this week. It's like, you know, you're not going to see an influx of money or an outpour coming out of your account or anything. It's like a fairly normal week in a sense. It's also saying if you are looking at any like major purchases or major investments, to maybe just hold off and be a little more patient, because it seems like perhaps a better opportunity or a better time is just around the corner. So it's kind of like just hold off for a minute if you can, if you feel comfortable doing that, and have patience, because it's like the situation is going to get better, or the timing is going to get even better shortly. So just hold off. Yeah, it's also like, to sort of extend on the message that I was getting, it is a card of like, it could be that a dividend is about to pay off, or like something's about to pay off. So your hard work or something like that, something's about to pay off. It may not be this week, but it's coming very soon. And just, you know, have patience, stay optimistic, stay hopeful, because like a blessing's coming in this department, in the money department. All right, and then we're going to read the prosperity advice from the book. Because it's come out in the reverse position, I'll read the prosperity message and I'll read the protection message, just in case there's something in that for someone at least. All right, but poised in the prosperity message, you have every right to feel confident. You have every reason to feel confident. Everything you need to make your success concrete is now at your disposal. You can take action knowing you are ready to step into your power, into your light, and into your service to the world. The direction you're moving in is your destiny. Your soul is smiling with joy as you align with this truth. But the protection message, which is the reversed position, like it's come out, is you're not ready to move forward at this time, and that has to be okay. Be poised in the face of demands and deadlines. Pretending you know what you're doing works sometimes, but if you adopt a fake it till you make it attitude, it will land you in some muck now. This is not the time to wing it and deliver something half finished. It's okay to postpone things until you are really ready. It's better to disappoint others now than to wish you had later. So I think that's probably the reason that it's come out in the reverse, is because that message in the Seven of Earth was like, whatever you're thinking about doing, is like, hold off a little longer. There's a better time. But yeah, it seems like that kind of all relates a little bit to either career or investments. But of course, take those messages as they resonate for your situation. All right, so now we're into the love readings, or the love forecasts. So for singles, you guys have the Star card coming out. It says on the card, inspiration. Now this card's really about like wish fulfillment. And the Star, especially in this deck, it can talk about like, or it can mean that whatever you've been talking about to the universe and asking for is about to be brought to fruition. So if you've been manifesting a partner and you've been like putting it out there that you're ready, and you've been, you know, sort of getting specific on the qualities that you need in that person, and you know, you've basically just put it out there to the universe to bring you that soulmate or that person, this is a very good indication that the universe is like, roger that, message received, they're on the way. Aquarius sign could be very significant because that is the sign that represents this card, but it doesn't have to be. But yeah, so it's like a wish fulfillment's on the way. Like, keep your frequency high, like really keep on top of your self-care this week. Show yourself a lot of love and appreciation, and keep your energy nice and I was going to say fluid. Yeah, like don't get stuck or stagnant. Like, this is the time to keep fluid, and keep your optimism and your faith high, because I think something's about to be delivered straight to you with that star card. And it could be as a result of you recently healing some sort of wound, or just healing in general, because the star card can also be about healing. But yeah, it feels like the universe has sort of received your request and they are sending it your way. And I mean, this is a weekly forecast reading, so some of you may be meeting this person this week, but it is a collective reading, so the timelines may vary, but it's, you know, it's on the way with the star card, so that's really positive. So for those of you in like unofficial connections, sort of up in the air connections, not sure where we're at connections, or situationships, the Two of Wands is a positive omen for like new paths being available and new opportunities becoming available for the both of you. It can be about planning for the future. It can represent partnership, sort of getting on the same page as each other. So it feels like there is an opportunity for the two of you to kind of get on the same page about what it is you want and where the relationship is headed. And it could start to move in like a new direction, and there could be sort of like new energies and new opportunities available for the connection. It's interesting how we have the huge star in the background of that as well. So it's like that wish fulfillment energy is like pouring over into this part here too, and then it's at the very center of the wheel. So it's kind of like, it feels like that star energy is kind of available to everybody in the love collective this week, whether you're in a connection, not in a connection, or in an up in the air connection. It's like, it's kind of like, yeah, pouring into the other parts as well. So I think the star card message is for everybody, not just the singles. But yeah, so let's go into those of you in established and official connections, relationships, marriages, etc. You have the Wheel of Fortune. So it's the first thing that's kind of coming through that I'll get out of the way is that if you feel like you've had like a bad run, or a recent kind of period of sort of challenges, or just feeling like the connection wasn't moving in the right direction, this is going to be the end of that. And it's like a turning point where there's more good fortune coming in, you're more in sync, and the relationship starts to move in a positive direction again. It's also a card about, it can be about like cycles. So it does feel like one cycle's ending and a new one's beginning. And there was something else I was going to say. Come back to me. No, it's gone. But yeah, it's a very good omen. Like the Wheel of Fortune is like a really very positive card. And yeah, it's like things are going to be improving. You'll feel more in sync. There's new energies available. And the connection will just be more like, more fluid, flowing a lot easier, that kind of thing. I still can't let this message go that I had and then that left me. I think I was going to say something about sort of like just having better luck in general, and like everything begins to improve. So, you know, work life, career life, family life, your relationship with this person, home life, like everything starts to improve across the board. All right, so let me get the book for this next card. So this is the spiritual or personal growth advice for this week. It's number 18, Ground Your Light, Let Your Soul Shine. And the message from the book, it's on page 44. So that's another 4 synchronicity that I've seen. I've seen 444 and now I've seen 44. Interesting. So that could be a number that the collective, you guys, will see a lot throughout the week. So keep an eye out. Okay. The method of grounding our energy bodies, auric fields, and consciousness is to solidify our being in the present. Through the grounding process, our emotional, physical, and spiritual bodies become unified, bringing balance and well-being to our soul and spirit. While this practice can be challenging, it is important for you to remember you are influenced energetically by your environment. Grounding anchors your energetic fields and connects you to your emotional body while being present and mindful within those moments. Strengthening your aura and emotional and physical body is the primary goal of mindfulness, as we feel everything that we experience through this energetic space. You are doing yourself a disservice if you refuse to honor your own shining light. Embrace the inner spark that sets you apart from everyone else. Claim and accept who you are as an individual so you can thrive in life. Embrace yourself with this new confidence. Currently, you may be feeling sluggish, unmotivated, and energetically flat. Your energy is distributed across different areas of interest and therefore is making you weaker. Pay close attention to how your body reacts around certain people, places, and situations. It is up to you to develop healthy personal and physical boundaries. Right now, you need to ground your own light, come back to your heart space, and center yourself in the present moment. Make yourself consciously aware of your breathing. Is it slow? Is it fast? Is it intermittent? Integrate your physical space, your physical body, with positive charge by grounding your new and current experiences with breathwork. Bringing in new light energy through your crown and anchoring your sacred self through your earth chakras will assist the grounding process. More importantly, never give power to anyone to dim your light. You are a lighthouse and deserve to shine your light across the night. An affirmation, if you're interested, is I anchor and ground my divine light in my heart. I am free. So this week, be extra careful of shyness, people-pleasing, and self-sacrifice, because these are strong indications that you really, really need this message and you need to honor yourself and prioritize yourself for this week. The spirit animal that's strongest or strongly influencing and guiding the collective this week is the horse. It says here, free spirit. Give yourself the space and freedom to express your creativity. The horse comes with a message of freedom. She runs where she chooses and connects with the earth in such a nurturing, loving way, respecting the land. She sees all the layers of life-giving soil and the crystals beneath the surface. These unseen elements and multi-dimensional layers make us whole, and we should nurture and tend to them with care. Just as the horse gallops freely with no baggage, you have the chance to free yourself of whatever it is that binds you. Whether it's a toxic relationship or a job that gives nothing back, what do you need to free yourself from? Horses are healers and protectors of the earth, teaching us that we have the freedom to express and let go of that which does not serve us. If we align with Mother Earth and her heart center, we can achieve our creative and healing missions. So yeah, definitely kind of ties in there with sort of putting up boundaries and seeking to prioritize yourself and your freedom this week. Now, a day to look out for, or a significant day this week, we've got Mars, which means Tuesday. So pay attention to Tuesday, and it seems that there'll be something significant about that day this week. And now we're going to go into our question. So if you need to pause the video and think of your question, feel free to do so. And also make sure you choose card number 1 or card number 2 before you watch me shuffle. So just hold the question in your mind for a moment. See if 1 or 2 comes to you. And then press play when you're ready to know the answer to your question. All right, so what is the answer to group 1's question, please? What is the best answer to group 1's question? I'm going to reshuffle because we just want one clear message for each group. It's group 1's question. What's the best answer to group 1's question? And what is the best answer to group 2's question? Oh. Okay, so we're going to read the guidebook message for each of these cards. Yes is pretty direct, but we'll see if there's anything else that the book has to say about this yes. The answer to your question is yes. If you want a more detailed reply to your inquiry, you can ask additional questions and pull more cards. But yeah, the answer is yes. And then we have wait for group 2. And this one says, your situation is going to require a little patience. Your angels are not saying no, but they are saying not yet. Sometimes heaven needs a little extra time to make all the pieces fall perfectly into place. What you are asking for may have an effect on the lives of others. When that occurs, it can take additional preparation to make sure that everyone's needs are seen to. Be patient so that all who are involved can have the experience they are meant to have. So that is the end of your forecast for the week of the 11th of September. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Bye.